Hello everyone, my name is Gavin. Welcome back to another video. This video is a part of my MCAT series where I pretty much just track my progression as I prepare for the MCAT. So I'm not a teacher, I'm not a educator, I'm not a idol or someone to put on a pedestal or to be an example of what this looks like. Just wanted to share my process. It's been a minute since I made a video. I think the last one I made was last Friday or last Thursday, maybe. I don't know. And yeah, guys, I since then I've taken the second full length, and it was the entire reason why I did not want to make a video for a while, is I was pretty discouraged. The second full length sucked. It was the blueprint, second full length, so it's the one that you have to pay for, which was bad starts of the day, honestly. I woke up to buy it and it was no longer on sale from Valentine's Day, so it was like an extra $30, so I was a little bummed. But yeah, guys, I took the exam and it sucked. The Chem Phys section, I made silly mistakes, stupid mistakes. Um, a lot of it was just conceptual stuff I missed on, and then a few calculations that I really just couldn't wrap my head around, so I just had to move on. Um, But yeah, I'd say overall though, I improved in my just my chemistry section on that full length, which was a win for me. And then biology, I made a lot of stupid mistakes as well. And then psychology, and I'm getting to cars last because that was torture. Uh, Psychology and sociology on that section. I honestly don't know how I got the score I got. I haven't had time to review it, which is why I'm saying that. I feel like a lot of the time for psychology and sociology, I fly through it. This section I also finished similar to the first full length. I finished with like nearly half an hour to go, so I did it in like an hour. Could have went back and made changes, but I didn't feel like it because I was super drained. And that was kind of the main thing, is that I found myself getting to Site Soch, arguably the easiest section, and well, thankfully it is. And I'm just drained. I just don't care anymore. The thoughts of knowing it's a practice exam creep in, and I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I'm just not checking, just submit it. And I made mistakes. But I will say that the mistakes, which I haven't looked, the answers I know I got wrong, a lot of them is just from me saying over and over, is if you know it or not. And I didn't know it. So, haven't looked at it. I probably won't though. I feel like the stuff that I definitely did not know, I brushed up on yesterday and today, so I feel better about them. It's just mainly stuff I haven't gotten to. I'm a little over halfway through the 300 page Kaplan document, which if you need that, let me know. I can post in the comments. It's literally just like a 300 page list of just what you need to know. But I will argue that as of now, I've probably used only 10% of the stuff I've actually covered. So I think the second half of this textbook is what's mostly tested on, which do not quote me. I don't know if that's true, but it's just what it feels like right now. Yeah, pretty discouraged. My score was supposed to, I was predicting my score to increase by about 5 points because last week's year old practice was really productive. It was really good and encouraging. And my score dropped a point from my first full length. So I'm not going to give out my scores because I don't want to breed comparison to other people. I do believe that becoming a doctor is your own process. The the sad reality of competition skews it heavily. But I will say that the car section on Blueprint sucks, and I hate it. Um, it is awful. It is awful. Today I did a Jack Weston passage, and it was like a breath of fresh air. Just the fewer amounts of reasoning I had to do to get answers. I don't know what it is. It feels like the ACT all over again doing it, and I just don't like it. But yeah. Um, But yes, the main points of this video though was the full length, but also looking ahead. I'll share some good news. I got my letters of rec dang near finalized. I just have to ask two more people that I feel like will agree. So yeah, guys, I feel pretty good about that. I got two professors, one science, one non-science, and then I have my lab manager. I will not be asking my nurse managers from when I was a nurse tech because I just was not there enough for them to know me that well. I worked when they were pretty much not there, so the weekends. Yeah, guys, that was super encouraging just to know that people that can vouch for me, that can write strong letters. So it made me feel pretty good. But I wanted to share with you guys just my schedule, um, which I'm wearing headphones because they're comfy. I've had them on for hours, so why not keep them on? This is my schedule right now, and things are going to change. Right now, we are about the peak of making drastic changes with the MCAT score. One, I'll say that I'm very proud of the amount of effort I've put in so far. I really wish my content review was more in depth. It felt like the days as I was doing these chapters were not even close to the amount of effort I'm putting in now. And I can see it. I feel like I'm always filling in tiny little content gaps, especially for physics, and obviously biochem, because I haven't taken until the spring in my class, which our first exam in biochem was last week, and wasn't that bad. And also just the fundamentals of Gen Chem, I feel like I always had to brush up on them. Yeah, we're about halfway through it. Today I did do UWorld Chem Phys and got my highest score by far uh, on the UWorld, which I'm proud of. Uh, According to a lot of other people, the percentage I got is like their nightmare, meaning they're going to fail. So just shows like, man, it is so skewed the comparison of other people in this entire process. But step by step, guys, step by step. Um, but yes, this is my schedule. Hasn't really changed, but one thing to note is that I factored in spring break days, and that I'm doing a mission trip through my college ministry, so that's something that means a lot to me. So I'm not going to give it up. We don't have to do UWorld while on the trip, so I need to find time to do that. But this is the halfway point, guys. Doing the blueprint, exam 3 on Saturday. But yeah, this is the main thing though that changed. I realized something, which I really wish I could easily zoom out. Oop, I can't do that. Okay. This is my daily schedule now. Um, I had a workshop thing with my ministry on Tuesdays that I had to back out on for this. I realized one thing, that my Anki is very passive and I need to be more active recalling in that. So I added more time for Anki. I added more time. I'm gonna factor in more time for Anki. Um, and then I'm gonna give this time right here to either school or practicing errors that I always make, which tonight has sadly had to be a combination of school and just reviewing UWorld because I had a professor meeting today for my letters of rec in between classes. Um, and then yeah, guys, school is ramping up, so I'm having to add in more time for school. So I got dedicated school time, which whenever I can do it. And then thankfully the lab is really flexible about work. So um, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I really wanted to be open about that because I again just want to be as open as I can be. But yeah, I want to say thank you guys for watching. I'm hopeful about this MCAT now. I feel like my opinion on it changes always, but one thing I can say for sure is that no matter how many mistakes I make or keep making, that I feel like I'm beginning to learn how to have control over the MCAT, which is a long time coming. Yeah, just want to say thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow's my longest day on campus, so we'll see how good I feel. But tomorrow's bio and biochem. Um, for every mountain there's a valley, but there's also a road. So we'll see what happens. There's new slang for you. But thank you guys for watching, and God bless.